that person, upon arraignment in court, becomes an accused. And at this point, the prosecution can now ask the court to either deny bail and remand the accused person, or the bail conditions may be so stringent that that accused person may have to spend a long time in prison before he gets to perfect it. So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Recall that in our last video, we discussed the arrest and the extradition of Regina's elder brother Sammy from Lagos to Abuja. We discussed Regina's mother exposing Regina's influence, both financial and otherwise, in the life of the senator, accusing him of stealing her stars. We also reacted to the publication of her other brother Sweezy, and she herself coming out to debunk the claim that her mother persuaded her to marry the old man, that she made the decision out of love. In today's video, let me bring us up to speed with what has happened since the last. And while I do, I urge each and every one of us to begin to drop down in the comment section based on your observation and your appraisal of the whole situation. Will you call this a prosecution or a persecution? Let us drop our thoughts down in the comment section. And if you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching us without subscribing, roll call. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's just down there and it takes nothing. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop your thoughts down below per usual, and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. Now let's proceed. Sweezy, Regina's other older brother, disclosed that before this whole thing got out of hand, he had had a mature man-to-man talk, tete-a-tete, with his brother-in-law, the senator, telling him to calm down, let this be resolved amicably. Couples have issues, it's okay. And his brother-in-law, the senator, had insisted that first, Regina must return back to his home and go to rehab. And secondly, Sammy must come out to issue a statement retracting the allegations that he made of him on domestic violence, and that he has a reputation to protect. So those are his conditions. And Sweezy was like, no, that's not gonna happen. Instead, kill him, because what he said is true. So you cannot force him to swallow his words, to swallow his truth, just because of your reputation. And that even the senator himself had admitted to him, Sweezy, that he had hit Regina. So this brother is saying, if that is the condition, kill my brother and kill me too. In fact, kill everybody, since you are God. Remember that his family also cried out, and I made you know in the last video, that when their brother was picked up, he was denied legal representation. He was denied access to his family. He was denied food and water. And according to them, when they asked why can't we access our brother, they said that the orders came from above.
I'm not saying for the first 7 hours that they held there. I am begging you, even the man holding this, he's also drunk. The man holding this camera, he's drunk. I know you people can detect his number. The way they are treating my son, why they brought arrest warrant? They should have kept him at the back of the counter, not took him inside the store. They beat him, all men with gun, they were hitting him gun. Nigeria, come and help me. My name is Mr. Daniel, the mother of Regina Daniel. Senator Woko gave them a and beat my son to people. They are acting based on Senator Woko. I am telling you this abuse of power. Nigeria, listen to me, this abuse of power.
And at this point, people began wondering, what is going on here? Of these offenses listed, we did not see any capital offense here. Even people suspected to have committed treason and treasonable felony and armed robbery and murder, they are allowed some basic fundamental human rights, so even in detention, even in custody. So How serious are these offenses that this boy is being denied his fundamental human rights? Everybody was running helter-skelter. Mercy Johnson was on ground sweating profusely. Mercy Johnson, Regina's godmother, Nollywood mama.
So I'm living here now. He's not here. I've spoken to all the officers involved and he's not here. I even spoke to the area commander. So let me go to... We're going to SPC command, right? Yeah.
And she lent her voice and she said, the worst form of injustice is pretended justice. A child was arrested. No one can or has been allowed to see him for 2 days. He was flown from Lagos to Abuja and is allegedly being taken to court from the airport. How did we get here, Nigeria? Whoa. Hashtag, where is Samuel? Free Samuel Ojeagwu. Justice for Sammy. Nollywood actress Yvonne Jegede did not leave herself out. She spoke and she said, evil thrives when good people are silent. I like that line. Evil thrives when good people are silent. Let me even add my own here. And thrives even more when good people choose to be neutral. Let's continue with Yvonne. She said, we will not sit and watch the ongoing injustice because a young girl decided to exit a union. Sir, your current actions are proving the young girl right. This is a fight for the girl child and for our democracy as Nigerians. So, hashtag free Samuel Ojeagwu. Veteran entertainer Charlie Boy also gave his 2 cents and he said,
NED, an ancestor wey marry him great-grandchild, suppose know, say, nothing concern Nigeria. I've been married for over 45 years to one woman, and I know, say, easy, rara. Yes. 2 human beings will come from 2 different backgrounds, con jam body. Wahala mo show now. Come on. I planted one go pass. You be elder. You suppose sabi handle things better. You don't marry young girl, fine. You getting money, okay, fine. But I know, say, they know they sell wisdom for boutique. At your age, you suppose don't sabi say, cloud no be cure for chaos. And make we talk truth. One wife alone, they give my headache already. Now you want to form King Solomon, we marry battalion of women. Bros, if you want marry many women, be ready to carry many wahalas too. No be only money they make man. Character and sense still the important. Because sometimes it be like say, as money they shack on her, some of her, especially people will not get pedigree. Yeah? Power don't enter your head. Small, they don't turn blind. They know they see again. You see, all these things we they see is just a magnified fact. Say we can people don't enter leadership positions. People will not go fit lead themselves, but they won't lead others. How did we get here? When the worst of us leads the best of us.
Even Chiwendu Kuti, son of the late music legend and activist Fela Kuti, shared heated thoughts on this.
Daniel husband, old people everywhere. You know understand? Then when we go marry that kind of man, I say some people, the kind of wickedness where that man don't show your own community. You small girl, wait that kind of person, wait king of a village going nearly kill him. Now don't follow the news where we say he wants to take the whole land of the community by force. Some 9 young people, one of my papa friend, Azuka, now big journalist that and they follow this case where this man, 9 boys now he throw for prison for over how many years? They go charge them, say they be terrorists because they organize against them, stealing the land of the whole community. Person with him match the whole community high. You small girl, go stay for your house, say you find love. Nigeria, I don't blame the girl, I blame our country, because our country must free our women from making this kind of decisions. If our country better, our young girls no go need to enter this kind of situation. You don't understand? So now those kind of old men where they to chook finger for inside everybody eye for what they want, for their own greed. Anybody can go, they can dagger anybody.
Actor Jide Kene also had this to say: silence, they say, is golden. But Igbo people have an adage that only a wicked elder will keep quiet when things are not going well. I am no elder, but what Papa Ned is doing to this young lady he married at 17 and has 2 kids is nothing short of inhumane. This is black slavery, oppression. Even worse is how this is not a matter on the Senate floor yet. How can it be a matter when the Senate president is being accused of intimidation? A senator, a lawmaker, is being held and investigated for raping a 13-year-old child. Justice for Ochanya, a baby that was raped by a man and his son, has not caused a heated tumble in the Senate yet. So how can this be a source of primary concern and urgent deliberation in the Senate? This is business as usual for a lot of them there. It's just that their own has not played out on national television. This is the typical quality of the men and the people that occupy positions of authority in Nigeria. So many of them will laugh it off. It's nothing of worry. When you see guys like this talking like this, you know that these are guys that come from family, guys that were trained properly. But how many of them exist? And how many of them are in positions of authority? Jide said further, things fall apart for real. Marriage is not by force. Impunity at the highest level. Watching this unfold breaks my heart. And having come from a background where men felt they owned their wives, I must say to everyone supporting NED or making jokes, may it never come to you. Praying for healing for Gina and for everyone who is not as popular going through the same. In fact, that word struck me. If somebody as popular with the numbers that Regina has how many million? Is it 6 million followers on Instagram alone? If this kind of thing can be happening to her, knowing her influence and knowing that it will come to light, then your heart should break for the millions of ordinary women in Nigeria going through oppression in marriages. And that is why when we talk about these things, some people try to make it seem like it's a level playing ground, like it's an even field. And they say, be neutral, this person too, these people too. I know that too. But let us not pretend like we do not know where the prevalence tilts to. And in the face of evil, intimidation, and oppression, do not demand neutrality. In the face of injustice, you become worse than the aggressor, worse than the oppressor, when you request neutrality, when you request that people sit on the fence. And so again, I ask, is what is going on prosecution or persecution? Let us begin to share our thoughts down in the comment section. The ex-wife of Femi Fani Kayode, Precious Chiwendu, who was in this exact position a few years ago with another old, powerful, severally married man. Ladies, when I tell you something, you see, I didn't come to YouTube for people to like me. There is no topic that I have ever considered covering that my primary consideration was, will this offend people? Will people like this? I come out here to state empirically, to emphasize without fear of judgment what my full convictions are, regardless of whose oxes are God. And when I spoke to women and I told you, beware of men with several women here and there. Yes, somebody can make a mistake once, yeah, it happens. But when you see a man, especially a Nigerian man, with women garbaging in and out, because I know Nigerian women, many of them are marriage obsessed. So when Nigerian women are garbaging in and out of marriages, you can take it to the bank that most times the fault is from that common denominator. This precious Chiwendu that had been in the exact same situation a few years ago came out to lend her voice to Regina, and she said, Regina Daniels opened doors to lots of people during her time as a wife. Where is everyone at this moment when everyone should stand with her? Very good question. Regina may not be a saint. She may not be everybody's favorite. But I also have good recollection that when people are at their lowest, she usually shows up for them. So where are these people? Where is the Actors Guild of Nigeria? Where are the groups, the women groups, the human rights groups? Because this is no longer a family issue. This is fast becoming an abuse of power, abuse of civil rights and liberties. This is impeding the fundamental human rights of other people. So she's asking, why are people not speaking up as a group, as an association, as communities? She said, I know every inch of her emotions. Remember this lady, when she tried to leave that man that had been married 4 or 5 times, Femi Kayode, he did the same thing to her. He used the police and the law to finish her. He arrested her and her sister, accused them of attempted murder. Attempted murder comes with a life imprisonment jail time in Nigeria. That was what she was accused of. Her children, her 4 sons were taken from her. He released the statement that she's into drug use too, that she's schizophrenic, she's not mentally sound. So I understand that she can relate a lot to Regina's predicaments. She continued, she is way too young for this experience. Why torture a person you swore to love and protect? This is all shades of narcissistic and vicious. Breaking her only makes her stronger because she is going through everything that she was once scared of. After this stage comes a woman who is afraid of nothing. So Precious Chiwendu also threw support there for Regina Daniels. So while it was refreshing for plenty of people to see Regina get all of this support from her fans and even from public figures, some others could not be bothered. They were like, oh please, no. We're not going to get carried away with all of this noise. We remember like it was yesterday when this lady, Regina, was using her status and her influence and her privilege to put down the masses and present the illusion of a happily ever after polygamy, which everybody knows does not exist.
Now, how tables have turned. You people are out here, you are expecting Nigerians to give you their voice, to help you as backup, to lend out our voices so that it's going to be a massive outcry to release your brother. When we needed you people, you refused to show up. I remember the last protest we had, Regina came out and then she was reprimanding us for we asking and soliciting for a better government. You will never know how it feels unless you wear the shoe, right? And karma is not fatigue. It can come for anybody. It can be anybody at any given time. You don't expect us that when we need you, you don't show up. But then when you need something, you expect Nigerians to jump into the movement. Where were you people when we were advocating and seeking and protesting for a better government? You came out here and you were reprimanding us as you were reprimanding adults. You were telling them how they should and should not protest. People have been pushed to the wall, yet you want to teach them how to react. You never know how it is unless you wear the crown. If the shoe fits, let him wear it.
This set of people that came out not in support of Regina claimed that only a few years ago, 5 years ago, in October 2020, when the oppressed masses were out in their numbers, risking their lives under the rain and sun, protesting bad governance and police brutality. Regina came out with a video chastising them, calling them children, making a mockery of them.
I am not speaking for the government, neither am I speaking for you people to love me, because I don't need it. I am just stating the obvious facts, and that's the truth. The earlier we all realize that this protest is turning to something else, the better for us all. And that's it.
And when people asked her to refrain from doing that, she threw shades that she cannot relate, that she's enjoying her money. They also made reference to the trying period of Nigerians during the Naira scarcity, when people were using money to buy money in their country. And when they came out to cry out, Regina, said that she doesn't even know that such a thing is happening. They accused her of being condescending, putting down the masses, and now she needs the support of the masses. No, they are not going to give their support. Phew. What are your thoughts on this? Are you team what goes around comes back around? Or are you team yes, she may have made her mistakes, she acted her age, let's cut her some slack, she's already down on the floor, there's no need to hit her down any further. Let us show some compassion and empathy. Let us be human together. After this period passes, we may reprimand her, but for now, let us support her. What are your thoughts? Let us get them down below. Well, what has now happened to Sammy, the subject in question? Thankful for small mercies. His mother, his family got to locate her, and his mother was so excited to celebrate the little win, at least knowing where her son was being kept. The next thing we saw was court street. Sammy got charged to court immediately. And in the history of my years, I have never seen a trial initiated that fast. Even the kidnappers and the terrorists unleashing hell in Delta State, where the senator comes from. I don't think we have ever heard of any one of them getting so speedily tried or having their trial so speedily initiated. Wonders shall never end. Remember how I told you guys some videos ago that the people that are plugging and playing these switches know that Regina is a public figure and this matter will be very much publicized. So they are doing their best to go by the books and cover their tracks. And legally speaking in Nigeria, the police is not permitted to hold a suspect for more than 24 or 48 hours, depending on the situation, without either granting them bail or charging them to court. The senator is a lawyer. He knows that too. So they ensured that he was speedily charged to court within 24 hours. So as soon as the matter moves from the police and goes to the courts, it now is outside the police's prerogative to grant bail. Police bail ends, it now becomes within the court's jurisdiction to grant bail. It now moves from police bail to court bail. That person is no longer a suspect, a police suspect. That person, upon arraignment in court, becomes an accused. And at this point, the prosecution can now ask the court to either deny bail and remand the accused person, or the bail conditions may be so stringent that that accused person may have to spend a long time in prison before he gets to perfect it. Are you guys understanding what is happening here? So Sammy was swiftly arraigned so his continued detention can be legal. He has now been confined to be remanded in prison custody. I hear that he's at Kefi prisons, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is a maximum correctional facility where Boko Haram terrorists, where armed robbers, where capital offenders are kept. And he will remain there pending the next sit-in until the next adjourned date. And that is exactly what happened. Let us hear Sweezy confirm that. He first said, Sammy has finally been found. He was on handcuffs for 13 hours from Mushi to Abuja and was beaten up on the way. He has been moved from Maitama Command to SARS office, Abuja, SARS. That's the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. The SARS are the police units that are in charge of armed robbers and the murderers. NED is denying he was not the one that petitioned him. He has not eaten since he was arrested. He is currently at Kefi prison. Dutse magistrate has suddenly disappeared. NED, you can pay everybody, but you can't pay for integrity. Sammy is currently in prison. Everyone, please help me ask Ned what is Sammy's offense. Sammy said my lawyers are on their way. I was not given an opportunity to call no one. Please, can I call them? Judge said to remand him till they can file for his bail. Bail has been filed. Magistrate has disappeared. No one available to sign. You shall want make him test the prison. Ned, the most powerful man in the universe, you still no fit big pass God. He went further to share this very disheartening video of his brother Sammy looking dejected, devastated, and dried up as he stood outside the courthouse. His mother took to social media crying, saying that her heart is bleeding, that her heart is broken, seeing her son in that state. Regina's brother Sweezy, desperate for help, cried and beckoned on the son of the president of Nigeria, Seyi Tinubu, to please come to their aid and be a voice for the youths. What a country. He has now disclosed that the court has ordered for his brother to be remanded in prison custody from the 6th of November all the way to the 28th of November, the next adjourned date. When his mother heard of this, in fact, she almost tore her clothes. She broke down, flung her wig in tears, while Mercy Johnson looked on in confusion and frustration. And so we ask again, is this really prosecution or pure persecution? So many things have already gone south in this situation, but it was some sort of relief to find one single bright spot amidst these chains of adverse occurrences. And it was the reunion of Regina's parents. Sharing these heartwarming photographs of her mom and dad, Regina said, two concluded sworn enemies reuniting with no negative ulterior motive other than their daughter's happiness. And I dare question God for putting me in this situation. They are currently in Abuja. Sammy's detainment is taking way too long, but we will get him out. Or rather, I will march there myself and create a storm, since they want me. My father is a lawyer, actually one of the biggest back in the day, but Nigeria happened. I'll tell you more about my father later. And my mother, she is a powerhouse. They would do anything for their children. I love you, mom and dad. This is all I actually ever wanted. With a crying emoji and a love emoji, she said, #Free Sammy West. Calamity can really either be a divider or a uniter. Regina seems to me like a broken child who has been hungry and thirsty all her life for affection, attention, and validation. I earnestly doubt if the trajectory of her life would have turned out this way, assuming her parents were together. Well, we will stop here for now. If anything of what comes up, you can be sure that I will bring it up to you. Stay watching, stay learning. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section, and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.